All right, welcome to this video about emotional mastery for entrepreneurs. If you clicked on this video, you're probably a bit ahead of the people that I usually work with. And because you're already probably at a point where you do have a specific topic you want to work on, and you're already aware of the fact that there is something on an emotional level that you need to work on. And usually with clients, we need to first of all start to reflect, and then at some point figure out, oh, there is something emotionally, something within you that we need to work on. And since you clicked on that, there's an interest, and that means that you already know that there's something going on. So congratulations, you're already a bit ahead of the majority of entrepreneurs. But nevertheless, you still feel like walking around with a backpack, which is heavy, there are a couple of stones in there, and it's just, you know, in a sense, it's unnecessary. You don't need to carry around all this weight. And if you would tackle that and manage that, life and business would be a bit more lighthearted and a bit more successful and a bit more happy. Yeah. Now, in the very beginning, I want to ask you the question, when we talk about emotional mastery, what are the 3 emotions that you feel on a regular basis? The top 3. Because people are not, in a sense, maybe not too unique, but in a sense, people are quite habitual human beings, also on an emotional level. So you're probably having a couple of emotions that you're running into and bumping into over and over again. Maybe it's boredom, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's a sense of depression and hopelessness and helplessness, or arrogance. Boredom, not sure whether I said this before. Just blunt boredom, which also is a lack of motivation. And I'm asking you, what are the top 3 emotions that you feel on a regular basis? Maybe some of them are positive. Maybe some of them are just feeling content, feeling satisfied with life. But there's probably an emotion that you feel over and over again that you're struggling with. And I'm asking myself, I'm asking you, what kind of emotion is that? You can also ask more specific questions. For example, how do I feel when I wake up? That's probably something also stable. When I work, I feel ... So you can just finish those sentences. When I wake up, I feel. When I work, I feel. When I'm around people, I feel ... When I'm getting criticized, I feel ... When I'm in the meeting with my co-founders or my employees, I feel ... Hopeless, lazy, tired, I feel foggy, I cannot concentrate. What is it? And that's the very first step, having a very clear idea of what is going on. And on top of that, when you now think about that, I don't want you to rush through that. Even feel okay with pausing this video, because something very important you need to understand is that if you're a successful entrepreneur, you probably rushed a lot. You were very efficient, very much focused on high performance, on problem solving. And that helped you a lot until now. Because emotional mastery is not about high performance and fast and just pushing it through. It's about taking your time and reflecting, about allowing it, about acceptance, not pushing it. If you push it, it's probably just getting worse, and it's counterintuitive, but it's probably unproductive if you're pushing it too much. So take your time and come up with the top 3 emotions that you feel the most. Now, if you came up with those, write them down. And I just want to give you a couple of examples, because now advice about how you master your emotions is very context dependent. It depends on what kind of emotion you feel. And sometimes for some people, advice is very right. For example, if you're in a depressive state, in a hopeless state, what's usually happening is that there is some sort of conflict that is maybe not even very conscious in your mind, but some conflict we need to find, and this conflict is probably making you feeling some sort of fear, and that's why you're avoiding it, and that's why you fell into a sense of depression and hopelessness. So feeling suddenly anxious is actually highly an improvement in your state. And then on top of that, feeling even angry, it's amazing. I love that. If people get angry, suddenly there's so much energy in the room, and then we can use this energy and convert it into courage, deliberate courage, because anger is it's like a rage, and you can do stupid things, but if you can point this anger and use this energy and be courageous, that's amazing. But if you're coming from a feeling of boredom and you're getting angry, you're actually decreasing your emotional state. So I'm not promoting any feelings of anger if you're in a boredom state. If you're in a boredom state, actually you gotta ask yourself, who am I and what do I want? Because you kind of lost touch with yourself. You gotta set some goals, you gotta improve your productivity, you gotta reach some things, you gotta get new impulse, you gotta get new stimulations, like traveling the world, doing some crazy traveling, learning something new, go to a conference, get inspired, meet new people, to just become again aware of how exciting the world actually is. But if I'm talking to somebody who feels hopeless and I'm saying, hey, come on man, why are you so hopeless? Life is cool, like let's go out, let's do some adventure. That's a big step, and that's probably not going to work out. It's just some stupid advice from their perception. It's not going to help. If you're feeling hopeless, what's very important is to just sit there and feel into that, appreciate this hopelessness, and then also ask yourself at the right time, what am I afraid of? Yeah, just as an example. There's so many more examples I cannot talk about, when it's important to connect to a positive vision. We talked about anger, we talked about fear, anxiety, self-esteem, building a healthy sense of self-esteem. It's also an interesting topic, which is also then connected sometimes to a little bit of sense of arrogance, and how do we make the clear cut between I'm arrogant and egocentric versus I'm actually just having a healthy self-esteem based on myself without needing to push other people down, because arrogance is always about comparison and you being better than others, and self-esteem is not about that. So how can we build a healthy self-esteem and not an insecure arrogance, because arrogance is then also very much dependent on other people. Like if other people are doing good, you're suddenly feeling insecure, and that's not a healthy self-esteem. Those are then topics we can talk about if that's relevant again. So basically my intention of this video is first of all to look a lot into what do you feel, because emotional mastery is a big picture term. What do you actually feel? And also, what do you want? Ask yourself, what do you want to feel instead? Very important question. If you don't know what to aim towards, you're not probably going to end up there. Those are big picture important things. And then how we get there, that's very individualized. And if you want to know that and know a very specific strategy, then I suggest that you sign up for a call with me. There's a link below the video. You can just go through a survey, just apply for a full hour call. And if everything goes right, we're going to sit together for 1 hour, understand where you're at, where you want to go, and then work out a very custom strategy based on your needs, based on your state, based on your personality, working out a very structured strategy that helps you to master your specific emotions. So that call already will be super valuable. You have nothing to lose, it's for free. Just take the chance, just sign up for this call again. You just need to click below the video and click that link and go through that survey. And then I'm talking to you soon. And I'm looking forward to improve your life, and otherwise, gonna see you in the next video.